Maria from Head of Operations at Procurement Marketplace with the CEO and founder of Procurement, Amy-Renee. Amy, today we'll be talking about some professional questions we've received on LinkedIn. So let's get started.
Sounds great, Maria.
So the first question is, can I have more than one project at a time?
So that's a great question. As each project is allocated one at a time, if you have the capacity to do more than one project at a time, then of course you can have more than one project at a time. You may have them at different stages of development, so you might be finishing one off and get another one, or you might run concurrent projects.
Perfect. How do I get paid?
You get paid through the platform. Now we're establishing an online wallet system where you get paid through the wallet, and we're going to be utilising Payoneer's financing mechanisms. So Payoneer is a financer which will hold the money in escrow while the project's being undertaken, and then 7 days after the project's finished, then the money will be released, and you can then take that money and put it into your PayPal, put it directly into your bank account.
Wow, that's a very good way of doing it. What is the minimum time of delivery?
So each of the procurement products will have a minimum time of delivery. We haven't established them just yet, but there will be minimums, and the source to contract, it's envisaged that that will be 3 months. So 1 month for development, 1 month out to market, and 1 month for evaluation. So scope of work would be done in 7 days to 2 weeks maximum. So we're looking at really quick turnarounds, because one of our value proposition for our client is cost effective and time efficient procurement solutions.
Okay. What's the structure of the employment contract?
The employment contract, as much as I wanted everyone to be employees and us all part of one big happy procurement marketplace family, unfortunately legally we can't do that at this point in time. Because we're paying on project basis and it's ad hoc, the structure of the contract is actually a consultant contract. You can enter into the contract as an individual or under a company. But the structure of the contract is as a consultant, and it's important that you note in that contract that you're responsible for paying taxes in your own country.
How do the buyers get work? What does the purchase entail?
So the buyers get work through the platform. The clients come into the platform and go through the categories and the subcategories. They pick the products that they want to purchase. And if you're a professional who has that expertise that they're asking for in terms of a beginner, advanced or expert, then also the categories of expertise are relevant. There'll be a matching. And so that's how you'll get work.
Okay, that makes sense. How do you deliver a tender process?
That's an interesting one. So most organizations have tendering processes. They have electronic tendering, or if they're still using a tendering box, they have that established. We're not trying to replace the electronic tendering box at the moment. We're not taking on e-tendering. So what we're relying on is the client's tendering system that they have, whether it be electronic tendering or a tender box. We're doing the paperwork behind the scenes, and they'll manage the tendering system itself.
I'm a potential client. How can I contact you?
I'm very contactable. So I'm on LinkedIn. I've also got an email address, which is amy@procmarket.com. Very easy. You can contact me at any time. I may be a little busy, so it might take some time to get back, but if you're a client, I definitely want to hear from you.
Do all the processes get done on the computers, or is it on a collaboration zone?
So it's done in the collaboration zone, but there may be things that you need take out of the collaboration zone onto your own laptop to analyze, for example, spend analytics. You might take that from the collaboration zone, download the document, put it on your computer, work on it, do the analysis, and then upload it back into the collaboration zone. What is important is that most of the communication, 90% of the communication, needs to be in the collaboration zone.
How long is the project time frame estimated?
The project time frame is estimated based on what the project is. So as I mentioned before, we have envisaging that source to contract will be roughly 3 months, and that would be the longest project time frame. So most of them are short, quick engagements. If a client has asked for evaluation criteria and response schedules, that can be turned over in 3 to 4 days. Fairly easy.
Will I need to raise a purchase order for the procurement? Is this needed?
Well, it depends who we're talking about here. So if we're talking about the client may want to raise a purchase order to engage us, and in which case we will take that purchase order, create invoices, and process it that way. But in terms of the consultant, no, you don't need to raise a purchase order. The professional, you don't need to raise a purchase order.
Are there any other procurement industries you can't cater for, but can potentially cater for down the track?
We're really trying to cater for every procurement industries upfront. So we've got 157,000 categories. We've got 26 industries that's broken down into. If we don't cover your industry right now, you might actually be, your categories of purchase may be covered in another industry, or we just add that industry. I believe aerospace have brought it to our attention that we don't cover aerospace, not because we don't want to. We will put you in there. Just let me know what your industry is and the categories that you utilize, and we'll put you in the system.
I think you've answered this question as well. Are your subcategories expanding?
They are expanding.
Definitely.
The way that we've built them is we've utilized the industries approach with the United Nations Standard Products and Services Codes, but we're looking to build upon this, make it as user-friendly as possible. What you've got to remember is UNSPSC is functionally built. So it's like, what function do I want to perform? And then you look through the categories that way. We can change the names of the categories, we can create new categories, we can realign them. All of that is within our remit that we're capable of doing. It will just take some time.
Sorry. How does ProcMarket work for international procurement?
ProcMarket is designed for international procurement. It's designed to be scalable on an international level. In terms of professionals are coming from all around the world, and clients are coming from all around the world, and we're matching them up and having them work virtually, which means from the computer in the collaboration zone. No need to be boots on the ground necessarily, unless you want to, unless there's something extra that you may want to do if you're in the same vicinity and region, but highly unlikely that'll happen.
The prices stipulated in the select size category that range from 500 to 20 million, what pricing is that internationally?
Oh, okay, so you're asking about the products?
The products, yes.
What the price, the currency that it's in?
Yes.
Okay, it's in US dollars at the moment. So we're going to be putting currency conversions on it, on the platform. Once again, that will just take a little bit of time. But it's in US dollars. So the prices, just think about it in US dollars, and we will get to your currency conversion very soon.
I'm trying to work on the platform or calibration zone. However, it's down. Who do I contact?
We hope it's never down.
That's right.
We honestly hope it's never down. We're doing Amazon Web Services hosting, and it's got the ability to have backups, and we've got servers currently that Mahfouz is managing. So if it's down, contact me. Let me know as soon as possible if you're utilizing it and it goes down. That it's not designed to go down. Let's just get that clear. It's designed to be operating all the time. So it's a 24/7 operation. So there isn't downtime necessarily. We have a staging server where we will be doing additions or changing things, and then we'll load it into the general use server. But the intention is there's no interruption to operation.
Can I save the agreement without losing changes before final signature?
Yeah, and the agreement you'll notice that I've sent out, if you're a professional and you've filled in your categories of expertise, you would have received an agreement from me, which is the consulting agreement, and that's in PandaDocs. Now, I want you to notice how efficient it is to sign a document and electronically and send it through. PandaDocs is what we're actually going to be using in the platform, in the collaboration zone for signing documents electronically. So that will be in our platform. Can you save it but without signing it? Yes, you can. You can download it onto your computer, but once you sign it electronically, and then it automatically sends.
Perfect, easy to use. Is the 75% compensation negotiable in instances where the value of the contract assignment is relatively significant in value?
We've thought about all of the different pricing values and variables, and what we've tried to do is price it at a point where it's cost effective for the buyer, for the client that's going to be using it, but also beneficial for you as the professional undertaking the work. So that 75% is really generous in terms of what we're doing to build the marketplace, to bring new clients, to undertake marketing. So there's a lot of things that you see behind the scenes that we're doing to make this marketplace work. That 25% is essential for us to have. So is it negotiable? No. 75% is very generous.
It is. The last question, if in the event the client requires implementation of software, ERP, which was not initially part of the scope of work, and such software ERP system requires they pay a license fee, and I, the consultant, normally benefit from such finance, am I permitted to earn from such license and implementation fees outside ProcMarket Platform?
That's an interesting question and a long-winded one at that.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I'm going to answer it twofold. The first part of my answer is Procurement Marketplace isn't doing enterprise resource planning implementation. So yes, can you do other work outside of the platform that isn't competing with our products? Yes. Second part of my answer is, if you're doing enterprise resource planning as a category which has been purchased from the client, and you're doing scope of work development or something like that, and you're recommending companies to be utilized, ethically, it isn't a good idea to then take commission from the companies that you're recommending. So from a procurement practitioner point of view and probity, I would say no. Just think about what it looks like, and go back to your procurement ethics and all of that. Do the right thing.
That's right.
But if you're purchasing another category and they want enterprise resource planning implementation, then you can recommend whoever is relevant. If we take that on in the future, we'll change the rules.
Thank you, Amy, for your time and energy today on our clients' questions for professionals.
You're welcome, Maria. It was really great, and I hope that this answers all your burning questions. And if you have any more, send them through to Maria on LinkedIn or direct to her email address at maria@procmarket.com.
Thank you.